Once upon a time, in a tropical island far away, there lived a strange woman.
How can you remember all that junk?
If you've got the keys to that door, I will gladly follow. Otherwise, I will escape in my own way.
Then your life is as trivial as your movies.
Hey everybody, I'm Jay Bullington.
And I'm Keith Carcino, and we want to know,
Have you seen this one?
It's almost March, and that's my Super Bowl month. James, you too. Our Super Bowl is the Oscars.
It's award show season. Is that why?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're in it, and we're coming up on
another
the big
form
one.
of March Madness.
Absolutely, that's our March Madness, right, James?
Fair.
And we're back, everybody. Welcome back to HYSTO, episode number 243. I'm Jay Bullington.
I'm Keith Carcino.
And we got our good buddy James Huddleson with us today. James, welcome.
Thank you for having me again. I'm really looking forward to the discussion of this movie.
Oh yeah, I am too. I really am. But before we do that, let's talk about what's new, what's been entertaining us. James, I have a feeling that some of the things that you talk about are going to be on my list also, because we're both getting ready for the awards, the Oscars. So James, what's been entertaining you lately?
I saw with my sister Lisa, we watched Song Sung Blue.
Yes,
on Peacock.
That's on my list. Yes,
Neil Diamond.
Yes, it's Neil Diamond music.
It's,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's not a biography.
Biopic. No, it's not a biopic. No, Hugh Jackman does not play Neil Diamond. He plays a singer who sings Neil Diamond songs.
Okay, like a cover artist. Okay,
and Kate Hudson also sings the songs also.
Oh, cool.
Really well.
I think the last time I've heard her sing was in 9. I think that's the last time I heard her
She
sing.
was so good in that.
She was. I think she probably was besides her and Marianne Cotillard, I think those two are my favorite performances of almost everybody else in that movie was miscast.
In 9, it's a shame, because that could have been something. But they, like you say, I think the casting really blew it. But Kate Hudson, I'll never forget, because I went to see it at the theater. And
Italiano.
Kate Hudson, and of course I love her mom, Goldie Hawn,
right.
But I'm like, Kate Hudson, whatever. And then her number comes on, and I was just blown away. I was like, this girl's like spectacular. She's a star. Yeah. And then nothing seemed to happen, So I'm so happy to see this happening to her now. This is so cool. Yeah. So, and what else? I didn't mean to cut you off. Are you, you want to go on about that, or you want to do something else?
Believe me, that one, that movie that was really good. Song Sung. I always say that whatever misgivings one may have about the movie, though, I think she was, the best thing about that.
Uh-huh.
And then I also saw Begonia.
I haven't seen that yet.
I will definitely say that is one of those that definitely makes you think. Surprisingly, Emma Stone would be my number 2 pick for lead actress after seeing that. I actually liked her better than I wasn't a big fan of her first Oscar win, but I would say that it's too bad that she won so recently. The second one, hands down, Poor Things, phenomenal.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely.
Yeah, she was excellent.
I liked her in La La Land too, though.
Yeah. Oh, it's a weird thing with me with that. I was so hoping for Isabelle Huppert that year, but
I understand that.
And so I saw those two, and then I also recently rewatched the movie that we're going to be discussing.
Oh, absolutely. So, well, Keith, what's new with you? What's been entertaining you? Besides, okay, dude, you gotta talk about the incredible trip that you just went on.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of I went over it last time, but there was one thing I left out. It was kind of the worst part of it all.
Uh-oh.
Very
What was
first
it?
night. So we spent the first few days in Chile at Santiago, and then
Uh-huh.
we finished in Buenos Aires, which was a cool little bookend to our 10-day Patagonia adventure. On the very first night in Santiago, I went outside my hotel and I'm looking for a convenience store to get some water. And I have my phone in my hand, and this motorcycle comes by and snatches my phone.
Oh no, Keith.
Oh,
It just, I mean, everything. My whole life is we spent
Oh
the
my
whole
God.
next day canceling my local and international services, my banks,
Oh,
local and internet.
my
It was
God.
the biggest mess. It was
What a
just
nightmare.
that's
a nightmare.
I
It
can't
on the
imagine anything except for somebody getting hurt. I
Right.
can't imagine anything worse than
It
that.
it was just terrible. It was
Oh man.
I still cringe. I don't even like thinking or talking about it, but
And this is how your trip started?
it started night
Oh,
one.
what a- oh,
yeah,
what a-
and
Ugh.
you know, I had like all the plans on the trip, all the
a whole new
reservations
form
and
of
things were all
identity.
set up.
we
you're
live
right.
on our phone. Yeah.
We do. Luckily, we have a friend that lives in Santiago, and we met up with her the next day or 2 days later,
Uh-huh.
and she was so sweet. She like met me at this like the like Mac store. She helped me restore my phone and get a new one, and I'll set it all up. And so she was a life. And then she took us on through like a whole Santiago tour of the
Oh,
entire
that's
city, and it
nice.
was wonderful.
Oh.
Other than that, it was a wonderful trip. Again, we spent 10 days in a camper van, had the best time. I highly recommend it. Such a beautiful part of the world.
Dude, that video you posted of where Carissa would wave her hand across the screen. and you
Oh
would do
yeah,
that, and it was a fade to a different play. It was
fade to the next
gorgeous.
scene. It was
It
a
was
cool
so
way of like
fun to watch. Oh my God.
I think Liza saw it on a TikTok or something. He's like, we got to recreate this
Oh
for it, like,
yes,
to
it's
showcase
so
the
good.
different places that we went on the trip. It was really neat. Yeah, it turned out really nice. There are a couple of movies I want to talk about. One
Yeah.
that I keep hearing a lot about it. It's from 2020. It's called Anything for Jackson. Have you seen this one?
No.
It's about this like elderly couple whose grandson dies, and they want to, and they like they will do anything to bring him back.
Uh-huh.
So they find this old ancient spell book to try to bring the
Oh,
dead
no.
grandson
Okay.
back. And you can guess what happens after this. I really like this one. This one had some creepy moments, and thought it was done pretty well. Acting was great. Again, it was like a great horror movie. If you have some time to sit back and watch this one, I would recommend Anything for Jackson. It was a really good one.
Anything for Jackson.
Sounds
Anything
like
for-
a version of the story, The Monkey's Paw. Do y'all remember The Monkey's
Oh
Paw?
yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't. That sounds familiar.
You know
Monkey's
where
Paw?
the monkey, you make a wish and the monkey.
Oh, right,
and
right.
they wish,
uh-huh.
they wish
And
for
then
the
the-
sun to come back,
And then
but
they
then
wish for
he's
the
a
sun back,
rotting
but-
corpse.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's kind of be
Uh-huh.
careful what you wish for and that kind of
Yeah,
thing. So
yeah.
It is
There,
exactly.
there has
Be
been
careful what you
so
wish for.
many versions of that in movie. That's a very, Keith and I,
right.
Keith, you know how we love these anthology movies. You know,
Yes, we do.
that's
Absolutely.
a story they use a lot in anthology
Uh-huh.
horror, and the monkey's
right.
paw. They use that
Yeah.
a lot in those.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool though. Okay.
Yeah. There's one more I want to talk about. It's called Dangerous Animals from 2025. It's a shark movie. Have you seen this one?
No, you and your shark movies.
I love shark movies. I love shark. This one was really cool. This guy is like obsessed with sharks, and he kidnaps people.
Yeah, imagine somebody obsessed with sharks. Yeah, go ahead.
He kidnaps people and ties them into the bottom of his boat, takes them out into the middle of the sea, and he feeds them to sharks.
Feeds them to sharks.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God.
That's
Okay.
pretty much the whole
that's a new
story
one.
right there.
That's a
Is
new
this
one on
movie-
me.
Is it with Jay Courtney?
It's with. Hold on one second. Yes. Yeah.
I've heard about that.
He is a great villain. He does a great villain job. He has this like Australian accent. And then the two other leads, the girl and the boy, are extremely attractive. Both of them are like tens. And to see them, they had real good on-screen chemistry. But Jay Courtney, he plays a wonderful, a bad guy in this one here too. You kind of like just want, you want to
Australian.
see him go down. He is Australian. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I would recommend this one too, but again, if you like shark movies like I do, I think this one is right up your boat.
We got to
Or,
tell Erin about that one. She'll want to see that.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'll have to recommend that one to her.
She
for
just
sure.
got a great Jaws tattoo. Oh my God, it's so
Oh,
cool.
really?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
You know the drawing that Quint does on the chalkboard? The big it's the shark head with the body, the little stick man and the mouth. She's got that tattooed on her arm now.
Awesome.
So
what a great
it
idea.
so good. Yeah.
Good.
So
I need
so
to
fun.
ask her to see that next time. That's cool.
It's really
cool. How about you, Jay? What have you been watching, or what's been entertaining you?
Okay, well, one thing I got to talk about, Elena and I went to see, it's called Epic, Elvis Presley in Concert.
Okay.
And Baz Luhrmann, who directed the movie Elvis with Austin, Austin, whatever, what's his name? Austin.
Butler.
Thank you, Austin Butler. He directed that, but this is a documentary, and he took all this footage of Elvis Presley, and it's almost completely all from the 70s when he was looking really hot and looking, and it's Elvis in his own words telling his life story while you're seeing clips of concerts, and it was absolutely fascinating. Really, I mean, you really just fall in love with this guy. He really was a kind person, he really was, I think. And this is a really great window into his life during this time. Is really fascinating. Also, it was really fun because we went to see at the Alamo and they had a dance party, so you could stand. Everybody was standing up and dancing and clapping.
Nice, cool.
It was really fun. That was fun. Okay, next I want to talk about 3 movies, each one featuring a fabulous actress. Okay, they're all okay. First of all, I got to talk about Song Sung Blue, Kate Hudson. Oh my God, James. Oh God. Kate Hudson, I just fell in love with her all over again in this movie. She's so joyous, and then when she's sad, oh my God, she breaks your heart. It's just she's so okay. Another actress who is incredible, Rose Byrne. James, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah,
he's my number one.
In If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. That's the name of the movie. Okay, let me tell you something, and I saved this for till now, James. Okay, one of the most incredible performances I've ever seen. I mean, this woman killed in this movie.
Wow.
That's
a statement.
But am I ever going to watch this movie again? Never.
No.
I will
Why
never.
not?
It's one of the most stressful movies I've
stressful.
ever watched in my life.
I gotta see this. This is on my list of movies to watch.
Oh,
yeah.
My God. And everybody around her, you just want to strangle them. They're such assholes. And then her too sometimes. It's like, girl, what are you doing? But she's on the edge. She is on the edge. This is a character that is like so on the edge. She does a brilliant job in this movie. James, I think we're on the same page on this. We both really want her to win the Oscar for this. It'd be just amazing. Her and Kate Hudson are both nominated.
Tomorrow for SAG.
Yep. Ooh. Oh, I can't wait. The SAG.
Nice. Actors Wars now.
Yes. Can't wait. Okay. One more movie featuring an actress that I absolutely love. I went to see Scream 7. It just opened, and Neve Campbell. Yes, I love her so much. Oh my God.
She's back.
And let me tell you something. This movie, if you're a Scream fan, this movie does not disappoint. It is fun.
Okay.
The kills are like, what? How did you think of that?
Okay. All right.
The kills are, I mean, a couple of them are like, wow, they really went over the top, gory and like crazy on this. There are some really fun little if you're a fan of the movies, there are some jokes in here that you're definitely going to get. They're really fun.
Okay.
It was a blast. It was so much fun watching this movie. So I'm very happy that Neve Campbell's back. She wasn't in the last movie because they wouldn't pay her what she was worth. Hello, she's the star of the series.
I can't just
and they wouldn't ante up, and she's like, you know what? And I think she did the right thing. And Courtney Cox says that, and Courtney Cox has a line in the movie that basically references that. It's hilarious. It's really funny, and people in the audience, everybody in the audience knew it. That we were all laughing. It was a fun audience too. It was really good. So 3 great actresses showing their stuff. Love it. They're awesome. Nev will not be nominated for an Oscar for Scream.
No surprise
that's
there.
never going to happen.
No
but she
surprise.
is a really good actress who doesn't really get what she deserves, I don't think,
Sure.
as far as
Maybe she needs
adoration.
maybe she needs that kind of role that Rose Byrne was offered.
Yeah.
Because
You know what? She could do it. I mean, she's got the chops. She can do it. She's just not going to be offered that kind of part because of who she is and what she's her image.
Sure.
But well, you never know. You never know what might happen. But I'll keep my fingers crossed for her. Okay. Let's move on into our movie for this episode. Man, I am so James. I didn't think of this movie. I mean, it's on my list, but I hadn't thought about it for a while. And you brought it up, and it's like, ooh, and it started me thinking about it. So I'm really happy we're doing this. Let's get into it, folks. Our movie is from 1985. It's Kiss of the Spiderwoman.
It begins with seduction. A story of love creates a passion,
Dial 2 times, then hang up.
a danger, a madness. William Hurt, Raul Julia, Sonia Braga. Kiss of the Spiderwoman.
From 1985, Kiss of the Spiderwoman, directed by Hector Babenco, starring, oh my God, look at this cast. William Hurt, Raul Julia, and Sonia Braga. I mean, I've been talking about actresses on this episode. Sonia Braga, man, she kills it in this. Brief summary: a gay man and a political prisoner are together. They're stuck together in a prison. The gay man narrates the stories of two fake movies and his own life during their time together in the cell. So, Keith, I know you've never seen this. Did you know anything about this movie going in?
No, I was expecting a horror movie about like a reverse kind of Spider-Man thing where the woman gets bit or kissed by a spider, and she has and she goes on this rampage seducing men. But it's not that at all.
I knew the title was going to throw you off completely. I love it.
It threw me off immediately. In fact, I had to look it up, and they're like, why was it called that? And then once I realized the reason why, I was like, oh, that is awesome. What a great title, actually. Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah. Nick walked in with zero understanding of what I was getting into. So, which is how I like it most of the time. I like it. No expectations whatsoever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, James, what's your history with this movie?
The first time I saw this movie, I saw it, but it kind of faded away after a while. I mean, I think it was more than a couple of decades since I've seen the movie.
This movie is 40 years old. Yeah,
I know.
Oh, right.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then I saw, and then afterwards I went with a friend of mine. We went to go see the 2025 version, and
with Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
I love that. I wish y'all could have seen James' expression.
That says everything you need to know. Okay. Gotcha.
You could save it for another thing, but it was, what they tried to do in the 2025 version was kind of like try to put that 1993 movie musical into that into on screen.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead. To me, that if you're going to do that kind of thing, you need somebody that has that kind of like being able to hoof it up. Do you know what I mean by that? Like the way that like a Cheetah Rivera or a Vanessa Williams, like how they're able to do that on Broadway.
Oh, Vanessa
like
Williams,
that kind of stuff for that. Like to have that charisma. And I don't, I'm fine with J-Lo, but she's very packaged, and I don't know if that kind of thing really comes.
I think packaged is a good way to put it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing. I like Jennifer Lopez. I like her. I think she has a great sense of humor about herself. I really do. I think she's really she's got the tongue in cheek thing. She's got it, that little twinkle in her eye. But I don't think she was a good choice. And I have to be honest, I have not seen it. And I'm not, every time I see a clip from it, I'm like, it looks like a TV movie version of it or something to me. I don't know. There's something about the whole production that just doesn't attract me at all. So, okay, but we're not covering that version. We are covering the original film.
Oh yeah, this original one, much better.
Oh yeah. So the film centers on a dialogue between two very different individuals. Like I said, they share a prison cell during the Brazilian military dictatorship. So we have Valentin. I don't know how to say his last name. Valentin.
Yeah.
He's imprisoned and has been tortured due to his activities on behalf of a leftist revolutionary group. And then Luis Molina is a gay man in prison for corrupting an underage youth, unquote.
And they didn't go into too much detail about why. Well, okay, yeah, I didn't think so.
It's you can imagine that it's all fake crap,
right,
just
right,
because they don't want a homosexual.
They would target it
there.
exactly, right.
Yeah. So Molina passes the time, and the movie immediately starts off just boom, you just dive in, recounting memories from one of his favorite movies, which is a wartime romantic thriller, which just also happens to be a Nazi propaganda film.
Yeah, they made lots of those, didn't they?
Oh yeah. That was big then. So he weaves these characters into this story, this narrative, he's trying to comfort Valentin and distract him from the harsh realities of all what they're dealing with, and also the fact that he's separated from his lover, Marta.
Mm-hmm. I can't imagine. I mean, you're stuck in a small cell, sharing that little space with one other person, and all you have to do is pace back and forth. I would love to hear a nice, well articulated story, like any kind of story like that. I thought that's a nice way to bond and to pass the time. Yeah, I liked it.
They're so different. I mean, these two men could not be more different from each other, and yet they developed this unlikely friendship. They actually really seem to care for each other. That you can see it.
Right. There's some parts too. I'm wondering, like, does Valentin even, like? There are some times when he would, I don't know, like talk back to Molina, almost like.
He occasionally snaps at him over his shallow views.
And so I'm wondering,
you're not deep enough. You don't think enough about this stuff. And he's like, I don't want to think about it. It's painful.
But he kept wanting him to go on, though. I think he deep down really enjoyed the storytelling theme that he was enjoying. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and go ahead, James.
One thing that I was going to say was, especially with that, it's interesting with that. When you're talking about the propaganda movie, the character Lenny, it's kind of like a version of Lenny Riefenstahl.
Oh yeah,
do y'all remember? I don't know if y'all remember. So yeah, that's kind of. I think that's how that was kind of tied into that. But I do think, in some ways, it seems like when the storytelling that. Raul, I don't know if it was Valentin or Molina, but they were envisioning Marta in all of the women's storylines, like some version of that, like even this, and the Spider-Woman. He was thinking they were thinking about, Valentin was thinking about Marta, but really, in some ways, the Spider-Woman is actually Molina. In some ways, like
I can
the web
see that.
and the sea. That's
I
was trying to see that. I was noticing that. I was like, oh, interesting, because you only see Spider-Woman for not that long.
Oh yeah. The Spider-Woman, the actual Spider-Woman is just a minute part of this whole thing. And and I love the scenes when he's telling the story of the movies, and Sonia Braga. And I gotta say, she did. I don't know if you know this. She did not speak English when they made this movie. She didn't speak
Oh,
English.
really?
She did everything phonetically.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, she did
He was
everything. And I
brilliant.
love her. Come in. They knock on the door. Come in. And when you realize that she has no idea what she's really saying, I mean, she knows the meaning behind it. I'm sure they explain, this is what you're saying, but she's never spoken English before. And here she is doing this incredible job. Um, so, Melina's telling these stories, and it's like you realize that Valentine is he's getting sick, and we realize he's being poisoned by the jailers. So to provide Melina with a chance to be friends with him, and Melina is spying on Valentine on behalf of the secret police. So he's a rat. And apparently Moline's been promised parole if he succeeds in getting this information that will allow the secret police to break up this revolutionary group. So Molina declares himself, he said, I'm in love with you. And they have this wonderful scene where he says, I'm in love with you. And I'm probably skipping over a lot, but I just, the scenes, the something really interesting about the two actors. These two actors they're so good, and they really like working together, like collaborating. Yeah, it raises the whole thing up, doesn't it? James made that gesture of raising up, and yes, they did. They raised it up. Something when they first started, they were having a little issue with connecting, and so one of the ideas that William Hurt had was he told Raul Julia, let's switch parts. And so they switched parts and started rehearsing, playing each other's part.
Interesting. Okay.
They got so into it that William Hurt went to the director and said, I think we should switch parts in the movie. And the director was like, no, I think that what you did was really good, but we're going to stay with the same parts.
Okay.
Yeah, but he really said it really helped them kind of see
That's
into
a good
the
exercise.
other
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
I really liked. I think one of the most beautiful parts about this movie was just how the relationship continued to evolve and develop over the short time span this movie took place. And I'm a one. I've said it once. I said it again. I love a good character development, but the relationship between these two characters and how they grew closer to each other was quite nice.
You find out that Melina is ratting on him. He's a stool or whatever, but you understand why he did it.
You can't blame him. I mean,
no, you can't blame him. And then he didn't know Valentine before that,
right?
When he agreed to this, and now he meets the guy and is like, oh God, now I like you.
Well, and he found out too that his parole was denied, and he never knew when, if ever, he'd be getting out of that hellhole of a place, and so he had very few options. So,
well, we go ahead.
True.
Yeah.
No, I know it's kind of devastating with that because you know that the chances are if Valentine was going to leave prison, it was only going to be he was either going to stay there for life or he was going to leave there dead. I mean, I don't.
That's right. There's no. I think no other choice.
I'm sure the guards would have killed him. They were trying to poison him. I mean, I at first I didn't connect the dots. When they brought they were starving and they brought him those black beans or whatever, and he switched them. I didn't realize that the guards were trying to poison Valentine, and they switched bowls, and then Molina gets sick like almost instantly, and then it dawned on me. Okay, I see what's happening here. Huh. Interesting.
Because he was switching. Yeah.
So Molina gets granted parole in a surprise move by the secret police, and Valentine provides Molina with a telephone number and a message for his comrades. So at first Molina's like, no, I don't want this. I don't want this number because he's afraid. And then he's like, okay, he gives in, and then he bids him farewell and gives him a kiss. And now he's out of prison, so he calls the telephone number, and a meeting is arranged with this revolutionary group. But the secret police have had Molina under surveillance this whole time, of course, duh. And at the rendezvous, a gun battle occurs, and they end up shooting Molina.
Mhm.
So as he's wandering the streets wounded, the secret police catch him, and they want the phone number, but he will not give it to them, and he dies. He stands his ground and he dies.
That's tragic. They made
He's a hero, though, in my eyes.
He was, and he knew he was dying, and he's not going to go down, ratting out, his friend.
Right.
But the secret police, you don't kill the only person who can give you the information you need. I mean, just dumbasses. So I'm glad that it went out. I mean, it sucks to see Molina die, but I'm glad that he didn't rat him out. That he stuck to his guns. Yeah,
he did, and it was his love for his friend that.
Exactly.
And I know he says, I'm in love with you, but it was, it wasn't, even though in his mind I love it, I don't see it as a romantic love. It's beyond that, so he's gone.
I feel that there was no future. Well, here's the thing about that. Let's say if they did give him the number and they did take him to the hospital, I mean, what's his life afterwards?
Yeah.
It's basically...
Right.
Yeah. I feel like that was the best, terrible to say on this, but that was the best thing, for him to do is,
I agree.
He died a hero for that.
Yeah.
I agree. So in the prison, Valentin's being treated after being tortured, and this a rather sympathetic doctor risks his job by giving him morphine to help him sleep. And Valentin, he seems to be succumbing to his wounds, and maybe he's dying. And I think he's dying. You don't really know, but I think he's dying.
Right.
And he suddenly finds himself running out of prison. Where this is all in his head, obviously.
Sure.
And there's Marta appearing on an idyllic tropical island, and they sail away in a boat into the distance, and then the credits roll, and this is the end of the film.
I like the ending. I thought it was well done. A little tragic, sad, but beautiful in the same sense. And yet
somehow uplifting.
Yeah. I don't know how you can get that out of that, but you do. You feel like, okay. Well, I think it was because of the harsh circumstances to which they were forced to live already. And that maybe death was like their only way out. And now they can free their souls. I don't know. I can't think of why we would feel such a way, but yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
It's reportedly, and supposedly this is true, William Hurt and Raul Julia worked for nothing.
Wait, what? They didn't
but for the payment of their air tickets and hotel bills, because they shot this in Brazil. But otherwise, they wanted to make this movie so badly they worked for nothing. Supposedly, this is true. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Most of this stuff I've got here, I've already talked about. Sonia Braga did not speak English at the time.
That's crazy. That's hard to think.
The first independent film to ever be nominated for an Academy Award for Best Picture.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
And so exciting that William Hurt won the Oscar for this movie, the first actor to win an Oscar for playing an openly gay character in a film.
Awesome.
It was awesome. It was amazing. This is in 1985 when this film was
85.
made.
Yeah.
And boy, that was just incredible. To see him get up there and win that award was just so thrilling. It was just so amazing.
Now, William Hurt is straight. Is he a straight man in real life?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Yeah. Wow. Hey, even more props to him.
I know.
There's been no openly gay men.
Not yet.
For that. But I would say William Hurt, that's probably out of all the nominated roles that he's had, I do think that that's the one that he deserved the Oscar. I looked at his competition that year. Yeah, I looked at his competition that year. It's hard to
Who else was
I got it. I'm strumming right now. I got it right here. So yeah, if you wanted to do the art of distraction right there on that, I'm
very curious.
I think Harrison Ford for Witness. I mean, that was actually, which is actually a career, but which that's one of the few times. James Garner for Murphy's Romance, which is actually, he was pretty good in that.
He was very good in that.
He was, I liked him. I really, really liked him in that movie because it had Sally Gill in it. Jack Nicholson, Pritzi's Honor. That was a good one. Pity that Kathleen Turner wasn't nominated, and John Voight for Runaway Train.
I forgot that he got nominated for that. That's a really good roundup there. But I'm so glad. I think William deserved to win. I really do.
There was room for Raul Julia that year also.
Yeah,
for that.
It's a shame he wasn't. His role. He did such an incredible job, but his role was not as
a little less prominent. It wasn't as featured.
It wasn't as affecting. You know what I mean?
Right.
He didn't. Yeah. Just brilliant. Brilliant. I like to always share critics' responses. We've got Sarah Vincent from Sarah Vincent Views. She says, at the time, this movie was considered progressive, but 40 years later, it is difficult to watch, though impossible to forget how it moved the needle forward. I agree that it moved the needle forward. Maybe it's just me, but I don't find it difficult to watch. I'm not.
I wonder what was meant by that. Yeah,
I'm not sure.
It was because they did say. I'm not going to say the word, but they did say a certain word.
I know exactly what you mean by that. Yeah, it's a little. Maybe that's the unsettling part. It kind of makes your spine tingle a little bit. That's part. Yeah, that's part of the.
That's the truth of it. You know, you'd be
the
lying if you didn't use that word. Paula Tanasio from the Washington Post. Listen to this. A flaccid gabfest from beginning to end that manages to both undermine politics and trivialize art. Tell us how you really feel, Paul.
Wow.
I know.
Okay.
It's like, oof. Okay. But then, and I've quoted this guy before. Matt Brunson from Film Frenzy says, emerging in that most macho of decades, here's a movie that takes stock of what truly defines a man. I like that.
Wow. Yeah. That's okay.
I like that one a lot. Yeah. The scores, IMDb is 7.3, which is good. Rotten Tomatoes, the tomato meter is 88%.
Okay.
And popcorn meter 81%.
Okay.
So pretty close there, but I'm not a man of the critics again, but once
again.
So would you say the score? What would your score be?
My score? Oh, my score. I would give this movie, I would say a Rotten Tomatoes score of 93%. What would you give it, James?
I would go 81. I'll go 89.
Okay.
89.
We're not too far apart of the other. Keith, how about you? What would you give it?
I go 85.
Okay.
85.
Okay.
85% sounds fair.
So is it safe to say, because I know James would, but is it safe to say, Keith, that you would recommend this movie?
Oh yeah. This is one that what was it? 2 hours? I felt it went fast.
Yeah, it really goes by,
and it was really heavy on the dialogue. There was a lot of dialogue scenes, but it was just so tastefully written, and again, it was
intelligent.
It really was
written,
right, and it was cool to see kind of how fantasy and reality kind of intertwined together, and the building of the relationship between the two. It's heartwarming yet heart-wrenching at the same time. It was a beautiful movie, and I would recommend it for sure.
I'm so glad. So glad. Awesome. All right. Okay, friends.
One of my favorite things, just real quickly about.
Go ahead.
But I loved how well lit each scene when they did the
cinematography is great.
Yeah, I loved when they flashed to when it was as Lenny. I loved how they lit that, and then also the black and white. It went to that also with the Spider-Woman, and also in the dream sequences. I also love and especially the way that how they lit it when it was Marta, just the scenes, just when they were just in the apartment. I mean, I loved how that was. I mean, believe me, now that I'm thinking about it, it's almost inching towards a 90 for me. It's like
there you go.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great.
This one's high on my list, man. Yeah, this is so good. All right, friends. To contact us, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram and X and all those. You can find us anywhere, and also the podcast. You can find it on Apple and Spotify and Amazon Prime, wherever you catch your pods. We're there, and whenever you do find your pods, please subscribe to us and leave us a rating. We appreciate you listening, and we'd like to hear from you. So. Next time, Keith, I believe you have something for me next time. Is that correct?
Yeah. I have something that's a little more recent. It's from 2023. It is a movie called Strange Darling. It's written and directed by J.T. Mullner, and I think this one might be right up your alley, Jay. I don't know.
Strange Darling. I'm just going to say the title already, I'm thinking horror.
It is suspense/horror. I'd say it's probably what I would classify it as. Erotic. It's like an erotic thriller.
Oh, okay.
Erotic thriller. I don't know. I always say I have high hopes. I think you're gonna love it, and then it backfires. So, Jay, you're gonna hate this movie.
Well,
Jay.
We have surprised each other and ourselves so many times on this show.
Right.
Because so many times I'll never forget Singing in the Rain. You were like, and I was like, what?
What? Yeah, I know, right? Yep.
But then some movies you've shown me, I never thought I would fall in love with, and oh my god!
Oh, me neither.
They're some of my favorite movies now.
Right? There's so many that I think you might like it, and then you end up just drop love it, and I'm like, wow, I did not expect it to go that well. But sometimes we surprise ourselves.
That's what's fun about this.
I see it's Ribisi and Barbara Hershey in this. That's a pretty good cast so far.
I think, okay.
I'm looking forward to this. Yeah,
let's get into it.
Oh, and Keith, James and I have already discussed a movie that we're going to have James back for to show you. Yeah, we've already discussed one.
Okay.
So that's James, exciting. You'll be coming back soon, buddy. Thanks
Let's
for
run
coming.
This back. Yeah, man.
It's always fun when you're here. You always bring so much to the table, man. We love it.
Yeah, good combo every time.
Yeah. All right, friends. Until next time, when we're going to be very strange, darling.
I see what you did there,
darling.
Darling.
So, James, again, thanks for joining us, and folks, until next time, I'm Jay Bullington.
I'm Keith Carcino,
and y'all keep watching movies.
Bye-bye. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay.